Hi everybody. So today I'm showing you the masters for the Cardassian Tricorder from DS9. This tricorder was built by myself. I don't remember what season. That's okay. I'm just showing you the master here. So the original sculpture for this piece was actually done as a vacuform tool. That vacuform tool produced the shells, which is mainly this part here and here. And I wanted to make sure I got some pretty good detail inside all the curvatures and everything. So I ended up vacuforming this out of pretty thin plastic. After I was finished vacuforming, I then backfilled some of these areas in here, as you can see, all along this lip edge here. I actually added a styrene sheet that I cut and just silhouetted the actual edge of it so that I could backfill that entire edge with, I actually used dental acrylic to backfill this. It allowed me to thicken up the areas and make it rigid enough to keep it as a master. This was an insert piece here, which was actually made to house the eyepiece that this would actually slide into. And there was a cover that would then, of course, be applied to that. Now, when you add that piece onto there, of course, now you're looking at it with this big chunk sticking out. Well, that was actually ends up being just trimmed out to match this contour on the other side here. The reason for all of this, as you can see, it's not exactly the most pretty surface in here going through all this. And that's because of the fact that, well, once again, this had to be done in less than 6 days for the production. And rather than try and make it pretty on the inside, we decided to make it pretty on the outside. If you notice this indentation right here, that's actually the battery door for this piece. It actually just opens up, and it actually had 3 or 4 screws that would attach this into here. This also had to be made, in fact, I haven't taken this off since we made that first mold and the castings. This is just tape. This is used in many cases to quickly cover up your holes that go all the way through for all of your different LEDs. So rather than try and come in and, you know, be all pretty and everything across there, we actually just ended up taping across it to do it quickly. There's also LEDs that go up into this slot here. That one we didn't actually take as much time as we did on that one. We just cut a slit in there for reference, and then we came back behind that and ground that all out. Same thing with this handhole here. This handhole is very rough. You can see where it's really sharp right here, where this starts and that hole. Well, that hole right here, that's actually the thickness of the styrene that this was vacuformed with, and all of this surface here that's filling in that gap is dental acrylic. It was very fast to fill it that way and just made it that much easier to produce the parts. I don't know what to tell you except for that, you know, I don't remember the sequence of the lights. I probably have a video somewhere showing all that, but it won't be in this video. This actually ran off of 2 small coin cells in that battery spot. This is the eye cup that would fit, believe it or not, into the foam latex upper brow, and in some cases, depending on who's using it, they would have the whole Cardassian face was, foam latex. So this kind of just wedged up into that. This is actually turned aluminum, and with a step in it, and then the lens was simply a piece of gel and 2 pieces of plexiglass with the gel in between it. That would have been stuck into that little recess right there, and probably, depending on the time, I think that was probably just a little bit of 5-minute epoxy along the edge to make sure it stayed down. We made, and I'm guessing here because it's been a while, I probably have it written down somewhere, but I believe we only made about 4 of these for the entire show. All of this is the original machined eyepiece. All of the eyepieces that went to the show were cast pewter. I actually cast these out of a silicone mold, these out of pewter. I can tell you that when we actually did end up gluing these together and cleaning up the seam here, we would literally take the Dremel and Dremel this out at an angle to go from this angle to that angle there, so that when you were using it, you would put your finger through there, and inside of here, inside of this slot right here, is actually where the push button was to activate the piece. So you would literally have to hold it like this to turn it on with your finger, and then the lights would come on here, here, and then there's 3 lights there that would sequence back and forth or random. I don't really remember, once again, what the sequence was. And then there's, of course, the chasing lights right there. I know this is a short video. I hope you've enjoyed this video as well as the others. Please subscribe, tell your friends, and share. Thank you very much.